Hey there viewers, and welcome back to the South Main Auto Channel. It's got this 04 Chevy 1500. It's actually a GMC, but I guess they're all the same. The transfer case light is on, or not on for that matter. The buttons, it's got a selectable four-wheel drive with the auto button. None of those buttons light up, and the service four-wheel drive message is being displayed on the dash. Now this came from another shop who had it to the dealer, got it back from the dealer. It still doesn't work. Whatever. They apparently had put a transfer case in it. The original one was mechanically busted, stuck in 4-low, something like that. Apparently put in a used one and haven't been able to make it work, since they've put it in. They did try, it has a code in it for the encoder motor circuit, so they did put, having two transfer cases there, the used one and then the old one they took out. They did swap the encoder motor. It still didn't work. Apparently they repaired some grounds or something that they found were broken. Still didn't work. Took it to the dealer. The dealer apparently flashed the transfer case module, and then they went to pick it up, and it didn't work. None of the lights were on, nothing worked. So he's like, whatever. I don't know the whole story. So we've got it. I pulled the codes out of it. I think I see what's going on. I figured I'm sick, got a sinus infection, so let's make a video. Sucks being sick, but we do get to play with some new toys. So this is the OTC 700A. It's their newest, I guess. I don't know exactly how long it's been out, but they're like clean power supply, battery charger. It does have, battery charging options, but what we're gonna be using it for here, because the battery's about whipped in this thing, I set it up in flash programming mode. So you can select your voltage. In this case, got it at 13.5 volts, just steady. It's going to keep our battery there no matter what, because we're going to have to key on for quite a bit of this testing. So that's a pretty cool option. So we'll be using a Tech 2 here. I already put the vehicle information in. We're going to grab some codes out of the automatic transfer case. I think it was a 327. No. So one of these codes I set because I had unplugged it. So that's from having unplugged it. It was a 327. That's the original code that was in it. I had gone under there and unplugged the transfer case module. So I had set that code and that code there. So the 327 is the one we're going after. Let's see here. So back out. So like I said, that's the code it had in it, that encoder motor circuit. That's the one they've been trying to fix there. So we're gonna read some data. And what we're going to be, so the encoder motor is pretty simple circuit on these, just a 3-wire kind of, like a throttle position sensor. And what we'll do is we'll come down here, and you can see where it says encoder gear invalid. All right, so the transfer case control module is going to supply to 5 volts. So it's like I said, it's a 5 volts signal return, so your ground, and then your signal wire, or this return voltage wire. Now, typically, depending on what gear it's in, this voltage will be, has preset designation. So, like, let's say, I'd have to look this up to be sure, but like a 1/2 volt is going to be 2-wheel drive. 3 volts would be 4 high. 2.5 will be 4 low, or whatever. We'd have to look up on a chart. It shouldn't be at 0.14 volts. So we're going to treat this just like we would any other 3-wire sensor. We're going to go down. We're going to make sure, that our 5 volts is making it to the encoder motor, and then we'll unplug it. We'll make sure that, when we unplug it, technically that should go to 0 volts or darn close, and then we'll jumper the 5 volts to it. And when we do that, it should display 5 volts as long as it's making it back to the transfer case control module, and then we'll take it from there. Let's see. So this is our mode switch. This is going to be the actual push buttons inside the vehicle. Now that should change voltages also. So like right now here, I'll push the auto button. You can see that went to 4.6. Now I'll push, that's the 2-wheel drive button. 4 high, 4 low. So you guys kind of see how that works. And that's the neutral button. All right, so we know our buttons are good. But this is the circuit we're dealing with right here, this return voltage. I knew we were going to need a diagram, so I grabbed a set. Here is our transfer case encoder motor, so that's going to be our shift motor. excuse me. Here is our encoder circuit. Like I say, we've got 5 volts, we've got a ground, and then this is our signal wire, our encoder signal, and that goes back to the transfer case control module. So like I say, we're going to treat this like we would anything else. 5 volts, ground, make sure that's good, and then the encoder signal, see what's going on there. You know, is this encoder motor just junk and actually stuck at, you know, 0.14 volts, or is the signal actually not making it back to this shift module? So here are the wires that go to the encoder motor, which is bolted right here to the side of the transfer case. That's what does the shifting. Now, it was like this when I picked it up. Like I say, the only thing I've done so far, I've come down, just, you know, visual inspection, want to make sure those pins weren't all pushed out of this. Once I seen it had low voltage, so we can we'll unplug this again. So that is unplugged. I believe these 3 wires here, the 3 smaller wires, that's going to be our 5 volt ground, and then our signal wire. Man, I hate being sick. All right, so with that unplugged, let's show you guys here. Where are you? There we go. Get oriented. What are we at? 0.02 volts with it unplugged. That's kind of what I would expect to see. We'll look at a diagram here. Our 5 volts. Get my eyes to focus here. Let's see. Our 5 volts is, looks like light green with black. So we're going to just check that with a meter, just to make sure we have our 5 volt supply making it all the way down. Because the 5 volt supply that it shows on scan data is just going to be right at the module. It doesn't mean that we're actually making it here. I think I got the right one too. Close enough. So we're going to use the ground, or the signal return, what is that? Or low reference wire, I guess it would be. Black with white. I just feel like I can't function today. Alright, black with white. So we're going in black with white with the ground side, green with black. And then hopefully you guys can see that. 5.06 volts. Our scan dual displays 5.12, so we're happy with that. And then what we'll do now is we're going to go right back into our 5 volt. And then we're going to go right to our signal wire. So that should be the signal wire. It's tan with a white stripe, right? I'll put a copy of this wiring diagram down in the description box for you. Let's see. Yeah, light green with black. Jeez. What did I do here? Black with white. Brown with white. Man. Okay. We're in the 5 volt, green with black, signal wire. The one that's being received back is brown with a white stripe. I'm just going to take just a regular standard test light. I'm just going to jump across those. And we can see, let me move you guys here. That's only going up to 0.27 volts. Alright, that's interesting. Alright, I'll tell you what, now that I know that's safe, I'm going to take and jumper these two together here. Just kind of recap here in case I'm all over the place. Our 5 volt reference comes down to our transfer case encoder. We've jumpered the 5 volt wire with our signal wire that goes back, the encoder signal. So I have those two jumpered right now. They're hooked together with a jump wire. So theoretically we should have 5 volts on the brown with white. So on this wire, this brown and white should have 5 volts going right back. But indeed, we look at scan data and it's only showing 0.25 volts. So that tells me either our transfer case control module is garbage or it's not receiving the full 5 volts. We look at this harness. It goes up, but that just goes to a speed sensor. Then it goes around, up over the frame. Ew. And then forward. Well, I guess we have a couple options here. So our options are at this point, you know, we clearly identified the problem. we can go to the transfer case motor and verify by checking this pin. So whatever this is, connector C1, pin B6, we can check to verify that indeed it is, you know, the 0.25 volts being received. If it is, at that point, we have to split the system in half. And fortunately we have this connector C151, appears to be the only connector. Then we can isolate, you know, where's our issue. Is it from here to the encoder motor, from, you know, here to the transfer case control module? Well, because I'm a gambling man and I don't feel like taking the truck off the lift right now, so the transfer case control module lives inside the vehicle. Looked up the C151. C151, that's number 5. Here's the underhood fuse box. Right in this area is nothing but a huge clump of white crap. So I say before, let's see, it's right there. NP8, yeah, we have the NP8 option. So before we set the truck down and go inside, it's probably foolish of me to gamble. I should go at the transfer case module. I don't feel like crawling on my head right now, because if I get down, I have a hard time getting back up. So we're going to pull the cover off the external, the outside underhood fuse box. We're going to find this connector and see, you know, this may bite me in the butt, but we're going to see if we have our 5 volts up to this connector, C151, which, like I say, that should be this little guy here. This one we're going after, this brown and white. So let's do that. Shut our charger off for the time being. Like I said, this is probably the wrong move. Well, there's a lot of white crusties over here, so I'm rolling the dice today, baby. I just don't feel like getting down, having my head below my waist. That makes sense. Yeah, I get, usually I take a little Sudafed and get my sinuses flowing and I'm in good shape, but not today. Well, hello there. You wanna stick your finger, see if he still lives there? Not me. What are the odds, huh? Anybody home? Don't breathe this crap in, I'll tell you that much. Lovely. Let's just take very gingerly, remove this. Nothing getting up my nose anyways. Is that our connector? Oh, I got a bare wire. What color is it? I don't know. No, this is going to turn into a rat's nest. Get it? Alright, we got one bare wire. And it is, oh, we did, brown and white. Alright, I gotta move some stuff here. Normally I'm excited about this kind of stuff, but I don't feel good. There, I moved you. So I think, well, that wire just broke. There's some more broken wire. Hopefully that's our wire, right? Then it looks kind of thin though. Where were we going? Were we going after brown and white? What the heck do I know? Brown and white. There we go. Okie dokie. There's the other half. I don't have no idea if this is the connector. Probably. All the clues say it is, right? There's that. Let's get some strippers. Oh, another day. Another day at SMA. Let's just take what you want me to do. Chop it off. There we go. Chop it off. Look up here. Let's strip this one back a little bit. I don't know if this is our wire. Well, it's my first day, obviously. There we go. Here's this wire. Get that little tug. Can you just strip some of that off? There we go. Oh. I'm gonna have to find it. Oh, it's got me. I'm stuck. Why couldn't a dealer do this? For crying out loud. All they want to do is flash program. You gotta program. Crying out loud. Figured this thing out in 5 minutes in a parking lot. There we go. Our Chevy dealers suck, so there's so many horror stories from that place. There's that. These little insulator things, sometimes they don't allow the alligator clips to go all the way closed. Alright, there's that. What do we got now? Ta-da! 4.94 volts. That's perfect, because remember underneath we still got our jumper wire in, so now we can go down, unplug our jumper wire, and technically that should go back to wherever it's supposed to be, assuming the encoder motor is good. But it looks like, you know, the little mouse here moved in. I was expecting to find corrosion because that's what I was seeing. So this is salt, baby. That's the good stuff right there. I thought we were gonna find some corrosion, to be honest with you. I'm glad we took the gamble. So pull our jumper back out. Plug it back in, leave it how we found it. We'll take care of that stuff, I assume. Hop in here, we're gonna clear our codes. DTC's freeze frame failure records are being cleared. Alright. Pop back out. Let's see, is our button put back up? No, we got no lights on our buttons. That's interesting. Let me just cycle the key here. What we got? Alright, we got no buttons on the inside. We know our buttons are good. What do we have here? It says we're in 2-wheel peel. Alright. Push 4i. So that's pretty interesting. We're halfway there, must be. No codes. Alright. Of course, I turned the charger off. I reached in there to fire it up. And the battery is completely nuked. So I'm going to go through and put our information back in. I just wanted to take... what is this thing? K. I just wanted to run it through the gears, you know, make sure everything's happy here. It all should work. Yes, automatic transfer case, 4-button. Alright, so I got the battery charger on there, nuking it again, keeping it. Oops, hold on. Oh, alright, yeehaw, we got a light now. Okay. Sometimes it's kind of frustrating dealing with batteries that are complete junk. Let's see, there's that. There's too high. Or 2. I got a pry bar down there on the brake pedal. Technically we should get 4 low. Hopefully back. Might have to rotate the back tires. Nope. Yeehaw! We got it fixed. Okay, everybody's happy. Okay, now that we saw that it works, like I said, I went to start it up there. Just wanted to run it through the gears and stuff. I don't know what inputs it was looking for. I didn't. Sometimes you'll try a couple things before you actually look at the data, you know, or look up the service info. Okay, so this must be. I don't want to get a blow nozzle in here and get all this stuff airborne. we're just going to do a quick look to see if there's anything else that's chewed up. Kind of push some of it out of the way here. I really don't feel like it today. Plus this is going back to the other shop. So we're just going to take a little mouse. Looks like he only picked one little wire to chew on, from what I can see. So we're not going to make a mountain out of a mouse hill, we'll call it. All the puns in today's video have been fantastic. We're just going to fix this wire, put the lid on it. I'm going to tell him what to fix. They'll go through and do it. Oh man, this fuse is all boogered up. Look at that thing. I'll just leave that alone. Sometimes it's best just not to touch stuff. Let's go get a piece of wire. So we're just going to use some crimp and seal connectors here. I think we did another Chevy truck video, didn't we, on a diesel or something. I had some problem here. I think I was losing half the power for the ignition switch or something. If I remember right. Oh God, did we do a good job on that? If not, you're going to have to recut it, pal. I say we chop it off. Let me get a different pair of strippers. It's always good to have a couple strippers around your shop. And these are the kinds that won't get you a divorce either. There we go. Get this a tad more. There we go. Now I'm feeling good. Not really, but this video is probably gonna suck. I typically won't make a video if I'm sick, which I'm very rarely sick. For some reason, I've never had a sinus infection in my life. I got one this summer, and I neglected to do anything with it, and it got down in my lungs. That was timely. Whoa! That's the battery charger, folks. Now the furnace is turning on. You guys are gonna be able to hear nothing. See if we can do this without lighting this whole thing on fire. Yeah, there's half of it. This wire, I think we did a good job on, didn't we? Appears so. Got another little connector here. You could solder and heat shrink this if you want to. This will be just fine. These little crimpers have the goo in them. So when you heat shrink these down, it has the adhesive that oozes out of it. Gonna let that get solidified here. Chop it off. Chip chop. There we go. So I don't know what I was just talking about. Anyhow, come on, you big dummy. What's the matter with you? Jeez. Gotta go to the doctor's today and get a prescription. I assume it's an antibiotic or something. That's what I'm doing. I was supposed to look at this truck on Saturday. The guy called me on Friday at like 5 o'clock. I was feeling like poo then. I figured, well, I'll just go down to his shop Saturday and get it squared away, you know, and then I woke up Saturday and that was the end of the show. I stayed right in bed. I knew what was coming. I'm shaking here. There we go. Oh wow. So yeah, needless to say, I guess I don't know why all of a sudden I've gotten 2 sinus infections. Maybe there's some underlying cause, but I'm sure you got to go back to the doctors like 75 times before somebody says, you know what, I bet there's an underlying issue we're not diagnosing here. Oh, my doctor's pretty cool. Of course, I can't see my regular doctor today because, you know, I just made the appointment today and he's always like months out. So there it is. That is the official fix. A little smoldering paper here. There we go. We'll let that get hardened up. I'll throw a little zip tie around that. Put the lid on. I ain't touching all this crap. Don't judge me. I'm gonna tell the customer there, like I say, they're a shop. They want to clean that out. They can clean it out. I don't really trust the filter in the shop vac that good. I don't need sinus infection and the Hatanavirus. I guess that's what it's called. Let's get a zip tie. Oh, zip ties. Now, why couldn't the dealer fix this, for crying out loud? The dealer charged some money for it, you know? Did a program, needs a program. Everything needs a program. Stupid cars. That's what I say. That's right. Oops. Gotta get it going the same way. Some OCD dude will watch this and be like, your zip ties are backwards, bro. Just go like that. All zippy zap. Boom. Now we need a pair of choppers. There you go. Bring in the German choppers. The Nipex. Awesome. Alright, which way did this thing go? Anybody pay attention? Something like this. Like that wire. That one out there, right? Let's see. That little fella. Put that back rub on. Alright, she's all clipped back on. Good thing we took the gamble, right? Beats crawling around inside the truck. Where we would have quickly have discovered we're going back outside the truck. 50-50, that's what our chances were. Done. Here comes the train with the brake clean delivery. I wish. Anyhow, we're gonna leave it at that. You can see we clearly have it fixed. We can't go out and do any, you know, four-wheel drive hole shots because the drive shaft's missing. Not that we would anyhow, but we could see on our scan data that we did have a complete repair. Our voltage is back to the specs it's supposed to be, and all the different ranges work, and the encoder motor works, and you can hear the front axle locking in and all that stuff. So I don't feel like talking. Questions, comments, criticisms, concerns down below. While you're down there, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and be on the lookout for new videos each and every week. I'll try to put some links down too, in case anybody's in the market for a new charger or entertaining the idea of flash programming. It's a must-have, and I'll put some links down there to the Tech 2 also. And Patreon, all that stuff, you guys know. And just remember, viewers, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.